My anime list, let me ask you something. Are you stupid? Let me explain. So you talked about recently how a YouTuber with 1 million subscribers suddenly encouraged his fans to go, rate stuff a little bit higher than you think it should be. Then soon after, another YouTuber jumped on the bandwagon with 1.4 million subscribers, and he encouraged his fans to do the same thing. And then you made a big scene about it. The scene in particular is calling out not only those YouTubers, but the viewers those YouTubers. Not even the people who took part, but the viewers who took part. Even the viewers who didn't take part. It's just dumb for one main reason. Because it got you publicity. It got people to come to your site. It got people to participate as you intended. And also, the rankings don't really matter. Now, I'd like to point out, it's probably good you didn't mention the whole thing about, it being dropped from Funimation. Oh wait, no, you did. Yeah. You see, my anime list. You made a grave mistake, and that is having a ranking system that is completely run by the public. And then wanting to play God with that ranking system. You see, the moment you leave it up to the entire public, it's their choice what they do with the rankings. You're kind of out of the loop at that point. And the moment you try and step in, the same thing that happens is exactly what would happen right now. You see, you're trying to play God because now no one can comment anything about the anime unless it's only about the anime. Can't mention anything about real life. Can't mention anything about the anime not being done by Funimation. Can't mention the whole controversy online. You can't mention anything except for the anime. Doesn't that kind of take the fun out of reviewing something? For a community to get together and say, hey, yeah, this was a good anime. I just wish it was dubbed by Funimation. No, you would immediately get your comment deleted because of that. Any mention of Funimation gets your comment deleted. I would know because I've already done it. So here's the thing. You try and play God on something completely run by the community. You have volunteers who work on it, but how are they going to be negatively impacted by extra people coming to your website? Oh wait, yeah, sorry, I forgot. They don't. You see, one little anime being ranked higher than it should be shouldn't even be the volunteer's problem. That's all I'm going to say. Because once again, it's not run by you anymore. It's run by the community. The community ranks it whatever the hell it wants. Another thing is, you tend to exaggerate things by saying, oh, they encourage people to create bot accounts. No, none of that was ever said. No bot accounts were ever made due to the encouragement of a YouTuber. They might have been made, but they weren't because of a YouTuber saying so. That's up to the individual. So don't drag the whole community and viewers and the YouTuber into it, because that's not their problem. That's not even the people who made the bot's problem, because once again, you're trying to run it when you shouldn't. You see, Rotten Tomatoes has something called a critic review, which means that there's people who are actually official critics who will review it, versus the community and the public who views it. And yet you think that that would be much better, by the way, if you put like an official review kind of system into it, rather than a ranking system that is 100% run by everyone who watches anime. Hate to tell you, there's no controlling that entire community, because there's not enough humans on the world to control a community that enthusiastic and that upbeat about anime. I can guarantee that. So maybe you should fuck off with your playing God and let us do what we want to do. It doesn't impact you in any way. The rankings don't even matter. I need to point out, I didn't have an account until this whole thing came up. I know several people who didn't have accounts, and yet you criticized us for participating. Personally, I believe it was a 10 out of 10. But of course, I said that about several anime that same day I signed up, as I was encouraged to by Lost Paws. He told people to go upvote your favorite, or go rate your favorite anime. I did that. I rated Ichizoku Reviewers extremely high. I rated Full Metal Alchemist really high, because that was one of my favorites back in the day. I rated My First Girlfriend's Gal extremely high. I rated every anime that I loved, that I could think of off the top of my head, extremely high. And yet, I get criticized for doing that. What do you want from us? We participated on your website as you wished for us to do. Let us do it. Thank you. But here's another thing: is you expect the ratings to matter? No, they don't. I had to tell you, the rating is not going to impact the quality of the actual anime. Your brain doesn't go, oh, this is extremely high rated, that means it's pure gold, after watching something that's complete dog shit. Your brain doesn't do that. It cannot be influenced by reviews. That's why, people will say, hey, maybe I should go check it out for myself after seeing a good review. Because, yeah, it gives them a good idea of, yeah, this is a good anime to watch. But it's still your decision to make. So, yeah, people might add it to their list or watch the anime or even, like it. But that's not your problem, is it? At this point, it's just you wanting to cause a controversy for no reason. There is no reason for you to do this. If volunteers are currently managing the rankings, they shouldn't. I'd also like to point out, the only work I can see those volunteers doing that would be backbreaking is having to create several dozen accounts to rank, or to rate Ishizoku reviewers extremely low in order to counteract the high reviews, which at that point it's, messing with your own system. Because there's really not that much work. For the amount of volunteers you say you have, there's really not a lot of work for them altogether. There really isn't, and the only work I can see would be you tampering with your own system and calling us out for it, but then immediately doing it afterwards. And I need to point that out because my recording stopped. It's probably good that it did. So I'm about to go Super Saiyan on your ass. Anyways, as I was saying, the reason why I had to point out that your volunteers don't have much work to do with it, and that the only way that you could have a lot of work to do with it is by creating several dozen accounts to, decrease the amount of good that it was done for it, is because it did go down several ranks immediately after this whole thing. And actually, after you made that announcement and everything, that's about the time it started going down. So that's when I believe that you actually actively tried to sabotage the people who you claim were sabotaging your own website, which kind of sucks because you're telling volunteers to do this. I can guarantee you can pay them, but no, you won't. You won't pay them, will you? It's too bad. Anyways, I'm going to end this video now because I think I've said all I need to say. You've made yourself look bad enough, there's not really much more to say about it. But for anyone who's not aware, I'm going to link the link down below to Lost Pause's video, because they've refused to name the poor guy. And I'll also link Nuxtaku down below as well. But the Lost Pause covered the whole thing much better than me, obviously. I'm not a big shot YouTuber, never will be, most likely, so not ever expecting to be. So I wanted to cover this whole thing because my anime list really did fuck up by leaving an entire part of their website open to the public to claim what's the best, and then not wanting people to do that. See the problem here? And then they also take it out on everyone who did it, as well as even people who didn't do it, because they claim that all of the viewers of these two YouTubers were easily influenced, which not true. Yeah, we were influenced to make good. We were influenced to do good on the part of anime and the community, and you shunned us for that, you assholes, you sick monsters. That's all I'm going to say. Bye, everyone.